It's 6:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. A sea of red has flooded the Hunter on the back of Saturday's state election, with Lake Macquarie and the Upper Hunter the only seats not to join a string of Labor whitewashers. Returned MP Tim Crackenthorpe romped home in Newcastle with 41.7% of the primary vote, easily beating Liberal opponent Karen Howard 61 to 38, two-party preferred. He says he's ready to take the fight to Macquarie Street.
I'll be pursuing better health outcomes and better health funding for this region, and also TAFE. We've seen massive cuts to TAFE and massive increase in fees. When our unemployment rate's doubled in the last 12 months, how are people going to get re-educated and get back into the workforce? It's outrageous.
Meanwhile, Newcastle Liberal candidate Karen Howard says despite missing out on the seat, she owes an enormous amount of gratitude to the city.
I am very humbly grateful to the hundreds of volunteers and supporters that have worked on my campaign, and particularly to the people of Newcastle that were brave in voting for Liberals again and supporting us. We're very, very happy for their support, very grateful for their support.
Newport Stevens MP Kate Washington stunned the punters with an incredible 18% swing, landing 47.8% of the primary vote to take the seat from Liberal Ken Jordan, 55 to 44, two-party preferred. She says it's now about rebuilding trust in the community.
I owe an apology to people that said to me in the street over the last week, you're going to smash it, and I didn't believe them. I'm sorry, I was wrong. I'm about returning respect to the community and giving the voice back to the community, because that's what it deserves. It deserves respect once again.
In other news, a man has been handed a strict conditional bail and is due to front court tomorrow, accused of indecently assaulting a boy on a Newcastle-bound train. It's claimed the man sat next to the 13-year-old and his two friends on Saturday, offering the boy alcohol before assaulting him. Sonia Roberts from Police Headquarters says the boy and his friends stood up and walked away from the man, who tried to follow the group before being stopped by another passenger.
Officers from the Police Transport Command were notified and met the train at Woy Woy. They've arrested the man, and he's since been charged with indecent assault upon a person under 16, common assault and stalking and intimidation offences. He's been granted bail and appears before Gosford Local Court tomorrow.
The Governor-General has awarded a Fullerton Cove man a bravery award after he helped save a family whose car had crashed off a bridge and into a river in the 1970s. 5 people were in the submerged vehicle at Cooma as it began to sink before 3 men, including Henry Skelton, swam to their aid. The group managed to save 3 of the 5 people. Meanwhile, Dudley man Calgan Dewhurst has also received a group bravery citation for saving a woman in floodwaters at Tuggerah during the June long weekend storms in 2007. And expect to see smoke around the Valentine area today, with Fire and Rescue New South Wales conducting an extensive hazard reduction burn. More than 150 firefighters will be burning off 150 hectares at Green Point Reserve. More than 30 trucks and a helicopter will be involved in the operation, which is due to take about 24 hours. Now with sport, Annabelle Regan.
The Newcastle Jets were left shaking their heads after a 1-0 loss to Adelaide United yesterday. Adelaide's Marcelo Carusca's strike in the 28th minute sealed the Jets' faith in the first half. Only 4 weeks remain in the race for the Premier Plate, with 2 points separating the top 5 teams. The Newcastle Knights are celebrating after a 26 points to 14 triumph over the Penrith Panthers at Hunter Stadium on Saturday. The win put the Knights as the NRL's outright leaders and the only unbeaten side. Coach Rick Stone says it wasn't a perfect game, but he was proud of the team's efforts.
I think overall, we weren't totally happy with everything, but again, like the last couple of weeks, we've scrambled well. We started off well and got a bit tired, but like I said, eventually we're good enough to win the game.
And Merewether can lay claim to being one of the greatest sides in Newcastle District Cricket's 125-year history after they won a 4th straight 2-day final yesterday. That's sport. I'm Annabelle Regan.
2 in your RFM News Time, 26 to 7.